Part 2. Everything about the terminal is superlative. It's one of the biggest, 49 acres, and the deepest, 110 feet, as well as the busiest and the grandest terminals in the world. On an average day, 700,000 people, which is more than the entire population of North Dakota, pass in and out of Grand Central. Sitting for an hour in the information booth, hypnotized by the rush hour flow, I feel as if I have truly seen the entire population of North Dakota striding by. In fact, I feel like if I stood in the main concourse long enough, I would eventually see every person I have ever known in my life. You could spend years in Grand Central before you discovered all its secrets. Its whispering gallery, its Vanderbilt family emblems, its tennis courts, its hidden railroad cars, its private ground floor apartment, now transformed into a retro cocktail lounge. Dan Brucker, who fields media questions about the terminal, relishes its many mysteries. One afternoon he pries me away from my perch at the information booth and whisks me into the basement known as M42, 9 stories below the lowest floor that commuters ever see. Brucker is a smallish guy with glossy black hair, thick glasses, a quick smile, and a slightly manic comportment. "This," he says gleefully, as the basement elevator groans to a stop, "it's not just the deepest and the biggest, but the most secret basement in the city." But what's so secret about it? During World War II, there were shoot-to-kill orders if you showed up down here. Why? I'll tell you why. Why is because this was where the power came from to move the trains for moving troops. And that's why. The elevator door creaks open. Brucker dashes out, leading me into a dim room lined with humming steel boxes. The power plant for all rail traffic in the terminal. On one of the boxes, I notice a little half-dollar size red button with a modest label, "Emergency Stop." Pressing the button would halt all movement on all tracks. Brucker eyes me as I look longingly at the red button. "Please don't even think about it," he says. "Do you really want to make 125,000 people late for dinner?" In Grand Central, things are lost and found too. 19,000 bits and pieces turn up in Lost and Found each year, of which more than 60% are eventually reunited with their owners. Like shards of pottery in Pompeii, they describe the lives that course through the terminal. There are cell phones and iPods and umbrellas. There are diamond rings and bicycles and false teeth and books. Once an urn of human ashes was found, left deliberately by a woman whose dead husband disguised his extramarital affairs by saying he'd fallen asleep on the train. Once a pair of earlobes, left by a plastic surgeon, and once a mournful, but later reclaimed, basset hound.